Hello. If you're watching this, that's a terrible listener. Hello. Hello. I'm on my first cruise. I mean, not yet. I mean, I'm going to be on it in like 2 days. I'm going on my first cruise. And I'm a little terrified because I've never been on one before, so I have no idea what to expect. I reckon it'll be fun, but honestly, I just have no idea. I think I've been on maybe 2 boats in my life, maybe. Obviously, I can't show you everything because I'm not a vlogger, but here and there, I'm going to record a little bit of stuff so that way I can post this video. Stay tuned.
All good vlogs open with a morning shot, like right in the morning, so this is what we're doing right now, I guess. Oh, you tried to do that transition, huh? That was so cool, everybody's gonna love that. That was so good, dumbass. But anyway, there was this really cool scenery that we had right in front of the hotel, right? Yeah, it was pretty cool. But this is what we do it for, these views, all of this stuff. It looks so nice. And I was put in the back seat. The very back seat. And we needed some snacks, so obviously we were gonna stop at Buc-ee's of all places, yeah. And we saw this stray dog outside. I named him Steve Buscemi. And there's these really cool views that we were getting. It looked really nice outside, and you could just see the clouds and everything. And you might be thinking, Vero, this is just normal scenery. It's just clouds and trees. But I live in the middle of New Mexico, so I don't see any of that. And then we saw the ocean. Look at that. It looks so nice. And don't you dare start talking crap about it. And we eventually got to the house that we were going to be staying in this night. And look at this view. It looks amazing. And then we passed by all these houses that are just colored, random colors for the sake of it. Like, why is that even a thing? Why do that? And then we got on the ferry.
Can they realistically say anything if you just want to keep going back and forth?
Your hand is like all up in my shot. It is only focusing on your hand. And it looks so nice out. It is my second ferry I've ever been on. And these seagulls were up in the air, and all I could think of in that moment was like, please don't shit on me. And here's some more clips of just stuff that I saw whenever I was on the ferry. But eventually it was time to eat, so we decided to stop at a place called The Spot. And then we saw a haunted mansion, I guess, and the night ferry.
Most vloggers would have all this planned out and I didn't know what to say. I just don't. But we have one more day until the cruise. I think I'm settling into the idea that I'm actually going to be on the cruise, so I think I'm starting to actually be ready for it. But who knows? It's just a matter of time before I'm on the actual cruise and then I start losing my mind. But anyway, I'll see you in a little bit.
Morning shot, baby, but I didn't quite get it in the actual morning, but it's okay. Here's some cool artwork that I saw while we were just walking around town before the cruise. And then came the moment that we were all waiting for, getting out of the car finally to get on this cruise. Wait, did he just flip me off? Security was an absolute nightmare to get through. But eventually we finally started boarding the cruise itself.
This is going to be a really cool vlog.
Sure, buddy. And are you ready for the inside? Are you ready? I mean, look at this. It looked so amazing. There was so much stuff. Also, that mascot over there. But don't worry about that. Don't think too much about that guy. Look up there. It looked so cool up there. And they even had a giant theater. Are you like a whole theater? And level 5 is where the shops were at, but everything looked cool from up here. And the glass elevators, when you took those, it looked so cool to look down on everyone like little peasants, because they are little peasants and they should be under my feet. And the pool, look at the pool. And this was our room being me and my brother's room. We shared a room. There he is. Don't look at him too much. Here's a bathroom tour. Oh yeah, that bathroom looks like a bathroom. Anyway, here we go. We're gonna look at the view. Look at this view. It looks so cool. Look at the water. You can totally see the water here. It looks so amazing. And they had an opening show. Wait, hold on. Wait a second. Why does he look like that? And they had live music. And look at this dinner that I got. It looked amazing. But you're not ready for this. They put on a show. I think this is the only time I can get away with posting this, because there was just a woman shaking her butt in front of my phone. Also, shout out to this guy. He got really into the moves. A lot of it was done before I was filming, but here's a sped up version of him dancing, because he stole the show.
Hello. Didn't see you there.
I know it doesn't look it, but day 1 of the cruise is finished. At least it is for me. There's other stuff going on right now, like there's a comedy show, there's a movie that's gonna be playing soon, but for me, I'm tuckered out. I had to deal with my car demagnetizing, so I couldn't even get into my room for a little bit there. I suspect day 2 is gonna be more of the same of the stuff that happened today, just maybe a little bit different in between, like different meals, obviously, all that stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Is this how vloggers do it? Welcome to day 3 of the cruise. Not a whole lot happened today, so I'm just gonna leave you alone with video.
Hello, I'm all dressed up. You know why? Because I just gambled for the first time today. Never in my life before have I gambled besides like online money and stuff like that. That's just like in games and stuff. But today I actually gambled. Kind of. I only put $20 in, but I left with 20 cents. I'm not good at it. However, I also went to an arcade and kind of gambled over there with the tokens and stuff that they have. But other than I f***ed that up, huh? But other than that, I didn't really do anything else. But wait, why are you dressed up if you're just going gambling? People don't usually dress up like that if they're going gambling. Well, I'll tell you why. Shut the hell up. The reason why I got dressed up this much is because I went to a fancy dinner on this cruise, which I thought was mandatory. I thought you had to dress up. But it wasn't. I didn't have to. I was informed that this was mandatory, so this is the only reason I was dressed up like this. Thank you, Mom. But yeah, other than that, you know, it was just kind of a normal day. You know, I had breakfast, I had lunch, I had dinner. It was just a day. It was just a day. So yeah, thank you for following me on this day. I'll see you in the next one. I gotta go change. God, I can't wait to get to that pizza. Why are you still watching me?
Here we are, day 4 of the cruise, an amazing breakfast and a tall glass of chocolate milk, followed by some waffles, eggs, and sausage, which was amazing, by the way. A new towel animal was added to my collection, and yeah, it goes in the closet. Some nice water that we were looking at, and then our destination, the Mayan ruins. We would be there shortly. So we hopped off the cruise. Also, by the way, these things are humongous, and there's more over there too. The walk there wasn't terrible, you know, we just had to walk over to where everybody else was, but there was just a lot of people. And then we finally got onto the bus that we would be sitting on for like 3 hours.
Hello, it's me.
Did you miss me?
Well, that's too bad.
Because I was doing some pretty cool stuff. I was off visiting some Mayan ruins today, and they were pretty cool. I mean, I can't complain. We saw the Mayan ruins, obviously, and some of them were still under dirt. We saw their shopping center, where they used to trade and whatnot. We saw their theater. It might have been a theater. Most people think it's a theater. I mean, I don't know. Go ask one of them. I don't know. And I almost had to strangle a child because they wouldn't.
Well, hi.
Tell them about the kids that were really loud.
They were quite loud.
They were quite loud. But yeah, that's what happened.
Dirty clothes in the background of the wall.
Yeah, dirty clothes in the background, it's fine. Bye-bye! Welcome to day 5. Of course, we had to do this view in the morning. Today was a rather special day because we weren't just sitting around, we were actually going somewhere. Now, where were we going exactly? Well, we were going tubing underwater! And then afterwards, we decided we were gonna go ziplining. And then a new towel was added to my collection. There he goes. And then our shore excursion got canceled. We were not going to be swimming with sea turtles like we wanted to. So I had to drown my sorrows away with Dr. Pepper, which was sad because I really wanted to see those sea turtles, man. It was going to be cool. But my mood was quickly lifted. Even our server got in on it. Love this man.
Hello.
So today was interesting. I got on a bus for about an hour in Belize and ended up going on a zip line. So that was really cool. But I also went tubing underground in my Jordans. Didn't think that through. Now they're sitting outside on my deck and they're wet. Had some really nice food though on the other hand. And I almost got paired up with the same two little girls from yesterday that I talked about and that my brother talked about. But thank God they missed the first bus so we didn't have to see them. Not a whole lot past that. But like you saw earlier, our next excursion got canceled sadly. But we do have another one that we booked in place of that. And I'll talk to you more about that tomorrow. So for now, I will see you in the morning.
Here we are in day 6 for the excursion that we had booked the day before. And yeah, the boats are really big. What are we doing in this water, you might ask? Well, those people down there are looking at fish, but me, personally, I was getting kissed by dolphins. Overall, Cozumel was probably one of my favorite places that we went to during this trip. And another animal was added to the collection, as well as another one that I stole.
What's up? Huh? I bet I look stupid right now, huh? Of course you look stupid. Shut up. We went dolphin swimming. Swimming with dolphins. There was swimming and there was dolphins and the dolphins swam with us. So we didn't get to swim with turtles like we wanted to, but we got to swim with dolphins. However, whenever we were with the dolphins, the trainer was telling us about the dolphins. And then he had the dolphin upside down and he was explaining to us if this was a boy or a girl. And then the dolphin started peeing upwards. So that was great. Overall, really fun, you know? I got to see what dolphins felt like, which is very weird, I have to tell you. You think you know what dolphins feel like, and then you feel a dolphin, and then you're met with kind of disappointment, but at the same time, you're like, huh, that's interesting. It's hard to explain, so I'm not even gonna try to go into it. But yeah, this was the final day of excursions, all the planned stuff anyway. Tomorrow's the day at sea, and the next day, we're gonna be arriving back home. So yeah, I will see you in the morning. Bye-bye.
Oh my god, you're gonna enjoy day 7 more than anything else. Look, there was an ice sculpture and it was actually just Cat in the Hat. And then it rained. Yeah, the rest of the day we weren't doing anything because it just rained. We played Uno though. That's it. Yeah. And then I found the coolest towel animal of all time, which I also stole.
Ooh, was that a good transition? Probably not. So last day of the cruise, last full day. Tomorrow in the morning we'll finally be back in the States and then I can sort out some stuff. Because apparently I owe money to this cruise and I can't get it yet because it's all coming back from different places in Mexico and my bank doesn't like it. And I can't call them on a boat. So I'll have to take care of that all tomorrow. Not a whole lot happened today. And if you're wondering about those, don't worry about those. You'll see more about them tomorrow. This mask is getting very stinky, and there's not a laundry place that I know of on this ship. There probably is one, but it also probably costs money. And I don't want to spend more money. It's currently 9:17, and I'm not tired, but I'm still probably gonna head to bed. And then my family's gonna get mad at me saying that I should have been downstairs gambling or something. But I'm just gonna sleep right now. So I will see you in the morning, and you'll learn more about what I'm doing with those guys. I'll see you then.
What are those noises?
Day 8. Yeah, the final day. So my morning routine never changes. I just packed up all my stuff. Look over here. This is my collection. And here's what I did with it. I lined them up all in front of the door for the next person to see. Yeah, Do you think my person hated me for cleaning that? We all had to wait in different areas of the cruise itself before we were able to leave because we were getting called out by groups, and mine happened to be one of the last. But finally, we were getting let off of the cruise, which, was kind of relieving at one point, but at the same time, it was kind of sad because I had just spent so much time there. But there was just so many people, and I really wasn't having that. In case you were wondering how long the cruise is, look at that. This is pretty long. And then I was put in the back again. The very back. Didn't really record a whole lot on the drive home because I was more just tired than anything else. Found a really nice place to rest for a little bit and stretch our legs before we were getting right back into the car to get this trip over with. Stopped by an HEB. This was only the second HEB that I've ever been to, by the way. And then we went to Chick-fil-A so we could eat something before we left, and I didn't realize that I worked here. Huh. And then we made it to the hotel. Hello, I'm officially home now, as you can see. This is gonna be the final video that I record myself for this video. Obviously, I didn't show a whole lot about what happened today. It's just because it was just a ride back. Nothing interesting really happened. Now, did I miss being home? Absolutely. Now I get to play my games more. But will I miss the cruise? I mean, kind of. But I just don't think I'm a cruise person. I think some people are born to do cruises. And I'm not one of those people. But I can confidently say that I enjoyed myself on the cruise. It was a very nice time. I really wasn't sure about how I would do on this cruise because it's such a new environment for me, one that I'm so unfamiliar with. But I think since I had my family there, it calmed my nerves a lot more. And I wasn't just stayed up, cooped inside of my room the entire time. I was actually hanging out with my family a good portion of the time, seeing things that I had never seen before, and meeting people that I will never meet again. There was definitely a lot of things that I didn't like about the cruise, but not so much that I'll go into depth on them. Now, would I recommend going on a cruise? It really depends. Because I went with my family. If you go with friends, you might have a whole different experience. But I'm so happy that I got to see these amazing views and do these amazing things that I would have never done in my everyday life. So in conclusion, have fun. Live your life to the fullest. Love your family. Hold your loved ones close. Wait, that's for like funerals. And never forget.